Hello and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some new vehicle mods that have come out recently for Wreckfest, giving us more cars, of course, to be playing around with. We start with the Gladiator. Now you might possibly recognise this vehicle as, well, this is a kind of a conversion from a BeamNG Drive mod. I believe the Dodge Coronet / Gladiator that was on Beam has now come to Wreckfest, which is quite a cool and interesting little inclusion to the game. It's just a big American muscle car, which is always fun. Can't go wrong with them. Interestingly, you got your various engine upgrades and whatnot to this. You got your various armour and so on, as you would expect. Visual upgrades wise, the most spectacular of all, of course, is we can go for the proper Daytona style wing if we so wish, which naturally I feel like is a pretty good idea. Also, you can actually go for sort of the whole remove the front fenders. If you want to go for the rally raid sort of styly, you can do that with this vehicle somewhere. There we go. We'll get some rally raid front kind of grill bits going on. There is somewhere under special. There we go. We'll get some roof lights in there as well for good measure. I mean, you can kind of make it into an almost, say, death race style car. Certainly when you start sticking on armour, you can. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll get rid of those. Yeah, you'll start making it look like a kind of death race, off-road racing thing, which is pretty cool. It is nice to see, these mod vehicles having their own custom bits and so on. We can go for some slight fender flares if we so wish, kind of more just trim pieces on this, but there you go. You get the idea. Some interesting customization on what is a fairly damn cool vehicle, let's face it, to begin with. Pretty massive vehicle as well. Starts off in A-Class. You can actually, also just thinking about it while I'm here, you can drop it down. You can with quite a lot of the vehicles, actually, on here. Swap around, jumping around in different classes and so on, if you want to. So you can get this down to a C-Class vehicle if you so desire to build this. We're going to leave it A-Class, 255 in the rating system. Makes it a pretty fast A-Class vehicle. So let's jump in. We are going to start off with a normal race. We'll have for a normal A-Class race for 4 laps and so. You know what, we're going to stick on realistic damage because I'm kind of curious to see how this vehicle's going to fare. Well, I can just about see the lights of my vehicle and the massive wing on the start grid. We're going to be buried in the pack a little bit. We're at the FINNCROSS circuit, a track that's probably not my strongest of the Wreckfest layouts. We are, going to be kind of buried in this one from the get-go. We'll have to see how we do surviving through all of this. There's some very, very big crashes on the outside. There's at least 3 cars went soaring through the air. I say with the greatest, it was quite impressively easy at which they went soaring through the air. I've survived this actually all pretty well. We have toughed it out there. We're up to a 12th position. What can we do in terms of speed? I mean, handling physics-wise, this feels very similar to the cars that you would have driven on the game before. It is quite... it can get a bit slidey, as with a lot of these, high-powered rear-wheel drive vehicles. It can slip... And, we're on dirt at the end of the day. There's a lot of power going through the rear wheels. And certainly there's was it 440 V8 in this, so there's a lot of power going on in this, through the rear wheels, on dirt. Of course it's going to slide. It's good fun to chuck around. Here, in some ways it's actually a little bit easier to... counter steer. It's a bit easier to catch this vehicle when it gets out of control than some of the vehicles that you can have here. Oh, although I've got a little bit... Whoa, you've missed the corner, mate. I think he was trying to torpedo me and then completely beansed it up. Now that is how you see off an opponent, right there. Oh, the front of the car's a little bit battered. Damage model-wise as well, actually pretty damn impressed with this. It's always a difficult thing, of course, to do on this game, getting the damage for the mod vehicles to work with the normal vehicles, if you like. If you're not going for like a full-on conversion like the banger mod that I've used in the past, where they've all got their own kind of damage and systems and whatnot, this seems pretty good. Admittedly, on realistic, it might seem a touch strong, although we haven't really... I say that, looking at the AI cars around us, we haven't really been involved in too many fights I'm not driving amazingly well, it would seem. We are relatively clear in 9th place. I don't know if I can actually do much to move myself up through the field here, which is a little bit of a much more up the way through the field. Oh, there was a little bit of ghostly action going on there. I saw that, game. What sort of shenanigans is this? Oh, they're a lap down car. I mean, that's something, I guess. If the lap down car could spin out the big estate car for me. Oh, the big estate car's spun out something else. Lovely stuff. There's a sneaky small gap at the inside there. Oh, yes, crash the big estate. No, I might have beansed that away trying to crash the big estate car. No, we're going to get a position. Oh, decent position at least. I'll take it. Oh, okay. I forgot that was quite such shorter a lap as it was. My fastest lap time was not great. Let down a little bit by my own driving. We had to come from a long way back in the pack. Let's be honest. There, we had a lot of vehicles to work our way through. However, I am actually fairly impressed with the vehicle. Of course, we've got to test it out, and the only proper way to test a vehicle in general, of course, is at the Crash Canyon. We're going to try and survive 8 laps. 8 laps around here on realistic damage is tough. This is tough for just about anything. So let's see if the Gladiator can make it. Now, the first thing that we hope, if we are to survive it, oh, I'm a long way back. Although, at Crash Canyon, where you start, doesn't matter too much. You can start on the front row and have a very tough time. You can escape away for 5 laps and then get absolutely murdered on the 6th. It's what happens. 8 laps here is, as I said, a very, very difficult thing to try and survive. Now, we're going to run in around the top of the corner here just to try and stay out of the early trouble, because we know there's going to be early trouble. Oh, God. we're okay. You know what? We've got out of that first mess pretty nicely. Do I stay running? Nope, not going to stay running around the top. Not if they're going to play that, silly buggers. Just survive. That's a very narrow gap. We made it work, though, and then we do a little bit more on the surviving front. Now, up in A-Class, the AI can sometimes get a little bit overzealous around this circuit. The AI in slower cars generally are very, very safe around Crash Canyon, or they can be. Sometimes they go a bit mad. You never really know what you're going to get out of Crash Canyon. Sometimes you get a lovely, tame, safe race. Sometimes you get a completely balmy race. In general, the higher class you are in, the more likely for balmy race it is going to be. Just because of the speeds. The speeds are so much greater. Oh no, I landed on your bonnet. I'm really sorry. Can you turn me around? Thank you. That was a very... It was a very polite and helpful crash. We lost a little bit of time, and that was about the extent of it. Just a small smidge of time was lost in order that it looks like we're actually going for a fairly sensible... Oh god, Crash Canyon rate, I've fallen over. I might be the one to start the chaos inadvertently. We are at 91 of the health, which is actually fairly good. You know what? You guys have taken a break from being lunatics. It's never good. We're going to now start. We're going to try and start the chaos. I fear. I say I fear, like I'm worried about starting. No, we'll start the chaos if I can here. It won't actually be the easiest thing necessarily to start. Well, you can go backwards. That I can manage. I'm not in the right place. I need to get alongside, and we need to do a little bit of a push. Oh, well. That might work actually. If there's a car close enough, we kind of need to be alongside. We're trying to help them into the oncoming lane. I do feel like this is a pretty damn strong car here. This is working pretty nicely. We've got plenty of acceleration. That's a big group of cars that is going to get into trouble. It might not even be from me that we get the big chaos starting, because that group looks like it is going to cause trouble on its own here. Although I'm going to try and help it along. There we go. Oh, I don't want to be involved in that. Run away. Cause chaos and run away from it. A bit like British politics. No, we will run away as fast as we can. I don't know what mayhem we might have formed. It might not have been anything, but it could have. We will have to wait and see as we come back again. Did we start the mayhem? Yes, we started the mayhem. We took out a car. It's only one. Oh, and it's okay. It's actually not out. It is still working. However, that's all it takes is just a little nudge in the right direction, and then the mayhem unfolds. Had to be helped slightly by me. Poor Poor Joker. Oh, and into the oncoming lane with you. There we go. Causing more chaos. I might have broken another poor car. Now, this does help me in some regards. We're quite a long way back from the lead, or we were for a while. So by pushing these cars around, I'm hoping that the accidents we are going to end up causing will not involve me and will potentially slow down the leader. That's the theory, kind of, a little bit. I think, oh, there is the leader. Never mind. There he's fallen apart slightly. Yeah, we just needed a nudge. We just needed a nudge in the right direction to get the Crash Alley party started. Yeah. A few vehicles got out. I think the AI have got safer. I think it is safe to say the AI have got safer when it comes to this circuit. It used to be like 8 laps was unsurvivable on the realistic damage, but they have got better at not insta-killing themselves, although that Supra's about to have a bad day. Come on, we're going to give you a little bit of a helping hand, and sneaking up the inside, we give you another little bit of a helping hand here, and no, don't even think about it. We've got a muscle car to hunt down in our quite battered muscle car here. We're going to have a little bit of a nudge. Now, can we have a big look up the inside here? It's not the cleanest pass I've ever done. However, it will do the trick. No, don't you spin me out. I know I started the mayhem that probably put you a lap down. Hey, there it continues. Lovely stuff. We snuck a victory on the final lap. I mean, strength-wise, speed-wise, yeah, it is pretty competitive up there with these A-Class vehicles. A bit better here than it was at the previous circuit, and not quite as much chaos as I was expecting in many ways from good old Crash Canyon. So I feel like then the only applicable thing to do is to go over to the miscellaneous section and find something bonkers to have a go with. Alright, so I had a small bit of a coughing fit, and I couldn't remember which were the better circuits for craziness from the very track pack. It's been a while since I've played it, so I figured, you know what? Bonebreaker Valley. This place should be pretty good to test out the vehicles, and there is a lot of potential for car hats in this. If in doubt, there is a lot of potential for some car hatting. I mean, if you're going to turn across the front of my vehicle, I kind of just want to spin. I just want to spin you if you're going to be that much of a muppet. However, we've got now broken apart from that. Can I land on top of anybody? Yes, we car hatted a Datsun. Lovely stuff. And spin the Datsun around into the wall. I think that's having a bad day. Now, this circuit, much like Crash Alley, I mean, you can get a good start, you can run away at the front on your own, and everything can be fine, and then with 1 lap to go, you can crash into a wrecked car in 3 laps to go and suddenly be in a lot of trouble. It's, oh god, it's mayhem-inducing. I do not have the braking performance I expected there. That was not so clever from me. Come on. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Grab a gear. Thank you. Thank you, Raven. You've got half a car and you have helped me. For that, I will not kill you. For that, I will not... Well, I'll say I will not kill you. I will not try and help with your demise. You might not be too long for this world. I will not help with that. Now, you, however... That is not a car anymore. It was a Datsun once in its life. It isn't. It is not a Datsun anymore. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow. 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 Could we be released, maybe, from this? There we go. We are 20... Oh, Raven's out. Oh, we're going to be out in a minute. Ouch. Yeah, you know what I was saying about you fall behind? I'm in a really bad place. Stop hitting my car. We're dead. But it didn't last very long there. That took a really downward spiral. That was viciously downward. Poor car. Poor Gladiator. It fought valiantly. Everything went wrong. From one missed braking zone, that very quickly descended. You can't afford to fall down the order of cars here. You really can't. There's a lot of vehicles that cannot decide where they want to go. No, don't put me up there. This is how it started last time. No. You know what? I'm going this way. I've got plenty of power and torque. We can push little CRXs around. Oh, God, I'm going to fall behind again. Now. Oh, that's a bumper. Oh, that's a car as well that I didn't realise was going to be pointing that way. Oh, for God's sake. Just roll over. Fall over. Apparently, my luck at Crash Alley was good. My luck at this one, not so good. Not so good at all. Yeah, I mean, Strength-wise, regarding the Gladiator, it's certainly comparable. You've seen how quickly these cars, when you're on realistic damage, how quickly these cars can get destroyed when you get stuck in that pit of pain. And we got stuck in it good and proper. We are stuck on top of a FailRace bonnet. Really? You want to start this? You want to start this pointless fight over 13th place, and for that, you will get spun around like a muppet. Okay, we're 11th. There's a lot of debris in the middle section. There's quite a lot of poorly cars that we are overtaking currently. Someone's got up to the wall. I got a takedown assist on, I presume, that crash. I'm just going to work on the assumption. Yeah, probably was. Uh-oh. Is there a gap through here? No, that's a wreck. Ow. Christ. I was hoping that that wasn't going to be rolling that way that far. I thought I could get through in time. Apparently the answer to that is no. And now we're down to 64 health. I mean, little CRX. Oh, you're not going very quickly at all there, my friend. We're going to get aerial attacked. I've got a car in my boot. Help. Police said, whoa, okay. That murdered something. It wasn't me, though, so I'm going to be happy about it. A lot of my car is not... It's not the shape it was to begin with, is it? Here. We're just going to help push the CRX into trouble, hopefully. Oh, no, I've pushed myself into more trouble, and I've got to go down the... Oh, come on, gearbox. Forgot how much... It's been a while since I played... It's been a little while since I played Wreckfest. Forgot how much of a faff the gearbox is in this sometimes. Oh, that's doing a fun bunny hop. 10 out of 10 bonus points goes to Cobra for the entertainingly weird and broken manner that car was in. I think we're probably going to take the lead because that's just a big old pile of vehicles. Lovely stuff. It seems like the chaos has got the better here. If in doubt, it would seem, go to BoneBreaker Valley. There's plenty of chaos to be had here. I still like wherever the bouncy bunny hopping car was. That's a very impressive amount of broken that vehicle had. That was a very impressive amount of broken going on. Ouch! That was a amount of broken I've done to myself. Oh, crap. Are we going to have to do the final lap on 3 wheels? Brilliant. That's just what we needed. The only consolation is at least everybody else is in about as broken a state as I am. I hope. If they aren't, I might be in trouble. Paddle, where are you? No. Oh, I think I've hit the same wreck. That thing's definitely on 3 wheels. That thing's half a cup. There are just a lot of half cars. You could probably make a couple of full cars. Although I suspect it's mostly the front halves that are missing. So maybe you couldn't make a car. Maybe you kind of just got a lot of rear ends of vehicles around the place. Where can I jump down that's safe? There. Cool. That's a lot of broken bits in there. That is a lot of broken bits in there. We will cross the line and we will take victory in what's left of the Gladiator. Because it wasn't much, I will be honest there. Wow. 5 vehicles remained. By the end of that, I didn't get fastest lap either. The Road Slayer did, but it was 2 laps down and stuck. And only Hammerheads. The Road Slayer was stuck and not moving. Only Hammerheads survived that. Bloody hell. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. And you know what? Let's finish off with the traditional test of strength and madness. Realistic, with the A-class cars around the figure of 8. Well, so far, the Gladiator pretty much does everything I would expect of a Wreckfest vehicle. Matches kind of very similarly. Oh, there's another one in here. Fantastic. The AI can have a go with it as well. Yeah, it's pretty damn comparable with the vanilla cars, if you like. I think it works with them. It's not overly fast. There are tracks where I'll be faster than the AI, just in general. Yeah, it's not overly ridiculously fast. It is pretty similar in terms of strengths. So, yeah, I very much like it. I mean, it looks great. Oh, no, you pillock. Oh, no, I don't want to be in the wall. It's painful out here. Right, are we good to go? Dino Freak, I thank you for not murdering me. I apologise if I helped spin you at all there. Oh, bugger. No! No, I didn't quite slow that down in time. Ah, that's not what I want to see. Where's a reverse? Get me out of this. Oh, good God. Can I just go? Please let me survive. Please. Please, we're okay. We're in 24th. No, why would you bully the car in 24th place? You've just taken yourself out of the race more than anything else. Well, you know, sometimes the figure of 8 race, it can take a few laps for the mayhem to start. Now, the mayhem has started very early on in this one, and I fear I'm not going to make it through the whole thing somehow. But we are going to try our best with the Gladiator here. I also got to bear in mind when I'm talking about sort of strength of this car, I haven't been adding, you know, the armour upgrades and all that kind of thing. Oh, Dino, I'm sorry! You didn't murder me when you had the opportunity, and now I have landed on the back of your car and killed you. That was unintentional, a small unintentional death. Oh, well, I don't know whether I was better off slowing down for that one or not. There's just a lot of death in the middle there. You there, good sir or madam, you have got a very good condition car. That seems wrong around here, especially considering everything that is currently going on. Thank you! It's just an AI assistant has appeared. That's half a Volvo. How is half a Volvo going that well and turning that well? That shouldn't happen. Bloody hell. Oh, that's not much of a car either. I think a light breeze would break that. And I couldn't give a light breeze to it. Disappointing. I am disappointed in myself right there. Oh, well, radiator's blowing, the gearbox is damaged. You know what? I think there are bigger issues. Now, my car actually probably looks the healthiest at the moment. No. Well, we're just parked up here now. That's fine. Oh, the other wreck took the hit for me. Fantastic. I think it was the Raccoon A was the AI with the almost undamaged Mustang that is currently circulating in the lead. So if we could do something about that, that would be great. Oh, your car looks poorly. Your car does not. I mean, it might be, but it doesn't look as bad, certainly as most of them that are running around. Oh, big crash in front of the Volvo, please. Thank you. Now, if the rest of you AIs could crash into one another rather than me, that'd be swell. There's a very big crash going on. Oh, no! I'm an idiot. I'm a massive idiot. I thought I was safe to go, and I was not. Normally, I wouldn't go for the reset. It seems a little cheaty in some ways. However, in this instance, we were going to be stuck on that pile of cars, and I'm stuck on 2 health, which means I basically can't hit another thing for the final lap, including the ground as well, because that could break my car. I don't know who. I think these guys are a lap ahead of me. I think they might actually have finished the race. I'm just hoping there will be street sweepers potentially for me. Oh, no, we pinged a wreck and it didn't. No, don't murder me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sneak our way to a finish. Christ. Did I beat the other? Hey, the other Gladiator. Oh, did finish. Was a lap down. Well, yeah. There we go. That was the Gladiator. It's a really cool addition. It's a really, really cool addition to the game. A mod I would very highly recommend. As I said, you know, speed-wise, strength-wise, is pretty comparable to the sort of AI vehicles you're going to be going up against. Certainly for messing around purposes, it works. It works very well indeed. It just would cause a lot of chaos just with an awesome-looking big old muscle car. Then good. You know, stick on a bunch of the armour upgrades, and I'm sure you'll be able to make a right tank out of it. But yeah, just sort of normal racing, just for messing around stuff. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. And the damage model on the vehicle itself is very impressive for a mod. And again, kind of in keeping with the levels of damage that we would see from the normal vanilla cars, if you like. And that was the start. Oh, it was Dino that murdered us in the first place. Well, I'm glad I landed on your car then. It was Dino that started it all, so we managed to karma them without meaning to, and that was really the beginning of the end right there, wasn't it? Yeah, survived some hell in that race. Good fun. Wreckfest, always good fun to come back to, and more vehicles. It's just another excuse to play around with this excellent game. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.